We are playing Dragonbane by Free League Publishing. My friends, as we set off tonight on our little adventure, the last time we saw you, you were all in little situations. Jin had noticed someone following you and then climbed up to the rooftop to deal with them, and had encountered an elf demon hunter named Kada, who is apparently on the hunt for the demon Syraxa. Syraxa, who, as we just found out, happens to be Leander's mother. Leander, however, is not aware that Kada is after his mom, because Leander and Odile went off to the Night House to retrieve some information that Leander's father, Errol, had hidden away in some of the books that he'd given Leander, knowing that Leander would not read them, and so making that the safest place in all of the city. However, as they arrived at the Night House, they found themselves confronted with the Lorekeeper, Shimmer Stock, who invited them into her office for some, I don't know, we're going to call it some quality teacher-student time, perhaps, followed by a little bit of murder. We'll see what happens with that. Meanwhile, Tana at the forge confronted Loretta Wiggles, his hardly as put upon halfling assistant, confronting her about whether or not she was perhaps more than she seemed. Perhaps she was hiding things. But of course, Loretta Wiggles is completely innocent of all wrongdoings. Thank you very much, Sithi, for the bits. Really appreciate it. Everyone gets a boon. Starting off strong tonight. As we focus back on the Night House, Odile and Leander, you have been interrupted in your meandering around the building by Shimmer's Talk, the Lorekeeper in charge of the library here at the Night House. She has invited you into her den, her study, for a little discussion, perhaps. You did hear her give orders to someone just before she came into the room. She said to contact Fallowfield and let him know that Odile was here. Which I'm sure is perfectly fine. As you settle in to the den, it is a somber, dark place, dark stone. The upholstery on the chairs is dark purple. There are tables lined with books and scrolls and papers. Several portraits hang on the walls. There are various tapestries and beautiful tall candelabras that are sitting at each corner of the room, and a fire pulsing gently in the fireplace. You're welcomed in. You realize that there is nowhere for you to sit. There is just the one chair. The Shimmer Stock sits in that chair, placing her owl head staff next to her against the wall, steepling her fingers and saying, "Well, what have you to say for yourself?"
Yeah. I think this might be a little mix-up, you know. Yeah.
How so?
Well, we were just coming through to collect some things, and we just you just see Leander like
What things exactly are you looking to collect?
oh well, I mean, you know,
Wow, Leander is frozen in fear and left, disappearing quickly. Odile, you are left alone in the room as Leander disappears in a puff of smoke.
Leander's come back.
You okay, Tato?
Yep.
What exactly were you? What exactly were you attempting to retrieve?
I just have some personal belongings, like some books and some stuff that is mine that I own.
Books? And she lifts up the books that you were actually looking for. The books that your father hid all his information and notes inside.
Those are personal property, and I would really appreciate it if you would return them to me. Thank you so much.
Don't you know that here at the Night House we share and share alike, and everything that enters a guild house belongs to the guild? And that includes, of course, its members.
Ugh. Guess I didn't think we took that rule seriously. So, those are really special and very personal to just me, and probably not of use to you. It's just the ramblings of my father, who is now not feeling very well, and I know that he would like to have me take those and bring them to his bedside so that I could read them to him.
Well, I did give them a perusal, and I will say that you are right. These are the ramblings of an insane fool.
Yep.
Demons
totally.
were exterminated by the dragons. It cost them everything to do so, and what few remain alive live in the underworld, subsisting on the meager worship of deluded peasants and fools. You should know that this is very dark territory, Leander, and the Night House does not condone its members involving themselves in the affairs of demons.
Interesting. I'm going to file that sentence away in the back of my mind. Right. I understand dark stuff. Night House. So I know that we deal with like kind of some messed up stuff sometimes. So
What do you know? What do you know?
Well, I mean, I did get sent on a mission to make sure that Loretta Wiggles is like actually an assassin and is like trying to kill people. So I don't know. I think murder is kind of dark.
She definitely is. She's lethal.
Yeah.
Some might consider it merely a matter of justice.
Sure. Okay. You can frame it that way, I think. But from my part, I do feel like maybe the Night House deals in a little bit of like kind of dark and messed up stuff. Nope.
If we just, take these back and we'll just be on our way, no harm, no foul.
Ha ha ha.
She turns her eyes towards you, Odile. You see her eyes are this shocking bright purple. And when she stares at you, you kind of get the feeling that she is using them to peel away the skin from your skull to get a better look at what's inside of it.
I don't like that.
And who's your friend, Leander?
This is Aurora, who is visiting us from. She came from the mountains, right? I think you popped into town, and we were just catching up because it's been a long time since we've seen each other.
Aurora. I thought your name was Odile.
Aurora Odile is her full name.
Yes, I usually go by middle name, but for
Mm-hmm.
being formal, I want to introduce my first name to you.
I've looked at the roll call scroll, and it doesn't appear that you are a member of this house.
She's just a really good friend, and we were just coming by to pick up those books, and then we were gonna go and maybe share a cheese board, and then go see my dad. So
Read him excerpts from the books.
yeah, she's got such a lovely reading voice, and that's especially the reason why I wanted her to be along on this, so she could read some of this stuff to my dad.
The book sits on the desk in front of her, and she's tapping her fingers on it. Where exactly do you come from, Aurora Odile?
Oh, I don't like to be chained down by, these notions of having like a homeland or city. I'm from here and there. Really, the world has shaped me into the person I am today.
Mm-hmm. And what is your interest in these demons that Leander's father seems to be so knowledgeable about?
Oh, I think that fairy tales are really fun. Cautionary tales,
Teller of tales, are you?
Oh, I dabble.
I see. Well, I think it goes without saying that what transpired here today is a little upsetting. It does infringe upon several of the rules of the Night House.
Yep.
I'm wondering exactly what might be the best way to ensure that this doesn't occur again.
We will leave and go visit my dad, and then Aurora Odile will be on her way. She only was passing through for like 48-hour trip, so.
Sometimes a strong verbal warning is all you need.
Yeah, exactly.
She picks up the book, holds it up. Slowly turns around and throws it in the fireplace.
I dive for it. I immediately dive for it.
As you dive for it, my friend, she makes a gesture with one of her hands, and you feel this tremendous force crush you down into the floor as a pillar of stone seems to descend from the rooftop, the ceiling, and press you down into the floor.
I feel like this is a little unnecessary.
Odile's gonna go grab the book from the fire.
Don't go near that book.
Odile's not going to listen.
Okie dokie. Initiative.
Oh, but also thank you, Varl.
Thanks, Varl. There's another ad break incoming. That's the third one in the 20 minutes. Oh. Okay, thanks. All right. Let's do initiative.
Jeepers Louises. I'm getting smooshed by some rocks and stuff.
That's right. Alrighty. Didn't have to be this way.
Sure, yeah. We get it. We should have talked to Ruckus or some other person who maybe would have told us to not do this, but guess what? Now we're here.
You know better than to think that I'm that kind of jet.
Oh, big thank you to Silver for that one.
Leander will go at 4. Odile would go at 6. And Shimmer will go at 5 and 10.
Great.
Yeah,
Cool.
great. I'm glad she has too. That's fun.
What happens with NPCs? At 4, sorry, Leander, you are currently trapped under this pillar of stone that has descended down upon you. It didn't do any damage. It had kind of like come down just far enough to sort of...
I got Indiana Jones.
Yeah, kind of just enough to kind of hold you there. What would you like to do?
Can I wiggle out? Can I like slide out like a cat coming out from under the bed?
You can definitely try to do that. So let's go ahead and give me, well, we'll call it an evade roll.
Okay. No whammies. Oh, that one was good. I got an 11 on a 14.
All right. So you manage to kind of like squeeze by blowing all the air out of your lungs and kind of like moving your muscles and trying to get your bones, and you manage to kind of squeeze out from underneath it, and that's about all you can do. You manage to kind of like move out from underneath this thing on your action.
Cool. That's both. That takes up both my fast and my. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh no! Now I'm blending systems.
You get a movement and an action, and it would take up both of these.
No, but okay, then that's my time.
Let you stand up for the movement action.
How close is she to me?
She's maybe like 10 feet or so, 15 feet maximum.
Cool. Could I make a pitch that I could activate my demonic legacy in case she tries to touch me?
Yeah, I guess that's not an action.
Great. So, yeah, hopefully she doesn't try and touch me.
You never know what's going to happen.
For her sake.
At 5, she will go. She will use one of her boss actions that she doesn't need to roll to hit with. Hold on, I really didn't think you were going to fight, so I don't have her stats up, so give me a moment.
No stats, sorry.
I wasn't trying to, but I want my dad's book back. She was the one who threw it in the fire.
She's the one making this difficult, not us.
This could have been resolved very peacefully.
We've never done anything wrong in our lives.
She absolutely started this fight.
All right. I will myriad. What is the number of willpower points you have currently?
11. Why?
Because she is casting Dominate.
Don't do that.
You find yourself suddenly unable to control your own actions. You kneel down next to Leander. Oh, sorry, Leander, I said you could stand up. You stand up behind Leander and grab him and bodily lift him up and pull him back across the room.
I'm not doing this.
Oh. That's really rough for you because you're going to take 2d6 burning damage.
As you grab Leander, your skin starts to sear as you touch his, as you realize that his skin has become molten hot.
Ow, 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 ow.
You'll take 7 points of burning damage.
I'm not doing this.
I'm so sorry.
Wrap around him and drag him across the room, and she comes and stands in front of you between you and the book, and that will be at 5. At 6, you will regain your action. However, the second part of Dominate is that you lose your next action, so you'll be able to release Leander.
Mm-hmm.
but you won't be able to take another action beyond that. So you'll release Leander so you don't take more damage.
Cool. Love
But
that.
now the two of you are in kind of the far end of the room. You've released Leander. Your skin is blistered. Your arms and your hands are blistered. She stands there, motions like this. The staff flies off into her hand. At 10, she gets another action. This is a big boss, guys. I'm sorry.
This is a terrible thing.
We just wanted the book.
And she will do nothing. She will stare at the two of you. And she will say, "Are we done?" Should I draw initiative again?
I don't want my dad's book to burn. I need it.
Leander will go at 10.
Oh, Jesus.
At 5, 4, and 2 for her. She's still waiting. The book is burning away behind her. The flames engulfing the pages. Cinders flying off.
I look to Odile. And I look back at her. And for the first time, I think, ever since meeting, Odile sees Leander just fuming. And he stares right into Shimmer's eyes and says, "I'll be seeing you again." And turns and walks out.
I think Odile follows, but she looks over her shoulders and she just does the one of those.
Were you aware, Odile, she says as you depart, that the blood of Swan Maidens is highly sought after for the making of aphrodisiac elixirs?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not a Swan Maiden. Honk.
Choose your friends better. As you walk down the hall, the smell of the pages of the book and the leather burning follows you.
I'm going to softly pat Leander. Careful to not burn myself again.
I'm not spicy anymore, I promise.
Okay. I'm sorry. It did not go how we wanted it to go.
No, it didn't. I'm sorry that you got burned. I didn't really know what that was. I've never done that before.
Oh, it's okay. I'm only a little singed. I've had worse.
Did you need any help? Can I help?
Oh, no. I'm sure I have some salve somewhere.
Okay. And as we're walking and rounding the corner, making sure we're out of earshot of Shimmer, I turn to look at Odile and I just say, "I'm gonna fucking kill her."
Yeah, she was not very nice. That was a little rude. She really didn't want us to look in that book. For someone who said, "Oh, demons are, they're gone forever now." Seems like maybe that might not be the case,
Yeah, I've got a sneaking suspicion. I think it would be best for us to gather up whatever else we can find of mine and just get out of here.
Yeah, let's go do that quickly. I don't like this place anymore. This place sucks.
Yeah, this place has always fucking sucked. And I stomp down the hallway.
Odile kicks the wall.
You hurt your big toe.
Ow.
Thank you so much for the Raid Troll Lord games. Thank you for coming in. We are playing Dragonbane, which some of you may have seen us play in Greyhawk the other night, but now we're playing in my homebrew world of the Cloven Lands. The players have just stumbled upon a very powerful new enemy, I think. Interesting to see where this goes. But thank you very much for the raid. We appreciate Chuck. I don't know if it's Chuck that was on there tonight, but thank you very much. Meanwhilest, whatever that last message was, Miko, I totally missed it. Meanwhile, back on a rooftop nearby. And thank you for all the donations. I see AD&D and Proud dropped some bits here. Who else dropped some bits also earlier? Scythy dropped some bits, and I thought I saw some other. Varl dropped some bits, and Silver handed out a hail, I think, to Miri, I believe. So thank you very much. We really appreciate all your love. As you exit or head to your rooms to see if you can recover any of your other belongings, on a rooftop somewhere near the inn where you had congregated yesterday, Jin, you are facing an elf who introduced herself as Kada and whom you realize now is a Crimson Knight from the land of Crimson, where the ancient elves who used to serve the dragons and then ruled over this land for quite a long time after the dragons disappeared, is standing before you. She has just informed you that she is on the hunt. She's a demon hunter and is on the hunt for a demon named Syraxa. And as she says this, you can see her eyes narrowing as she takes you in, and she's kind of waiting to see if you're going to lie, dissemble, obfuscate.
Jin will place his hands into his robe with a very wide grin and says, "It is a very pleasure to meet you, Kada. And I find this a most fortuitous meeting. Come, let us sit." And he sits down on the roof, and he whips open his sleeves as if in an inviting gesture to engage in conversation.
She will do so. She comes over, and also another point of note, she had called you Sleeping Dragon.
I'm going to ignore that for the time being.
She comes and sits down cross-legged in front of you.
I can tell by your appearance that you are a demon hunter, and it seems that you and I are seeking the same person. We are both seeking Syraxa, possibly for the same purpose, possibly not, but I did want to ask you, as an order of the seven, I ask everyone I meet this question, is if you had a chance to ask the great dragon one question, what would you ask it?
I would ask the great dragon and how much longer we will have to suffer in a land that is no longer ruled by our people.
Spoken like a true knight, still clinging, which brings your suffering.
The regent of Crimson is still very much alive, is the last direct descendants of the dragon emperors of old. And whilst we have chosen to remain hidden for the moment behind the crimson veils, we are the true inheritors of this world. Something that I'm sure one such as yourself, as erudite and no doubt well-traveled and well-learned, would recognize and know.
Ah, yes. But I've also learned the lesson of mutual interdependence. So, if you wish to find Syraxa, you might be in luck, because I am also seeking Syraxa. Perhaps we may be able to assist each other.
Perhaps, but while I'm aware that you're seeking Syraxa, I'm not quite sure why.
Why what?
Why you're looking for this particular demon.
Oh, this particular demon. It seems that our fates are kind of intermingled. I found evidence of a demon that's still around, and I'm on my journey to enlightenment, seek something that I think Syraxa may know. It's in regards to enlightenment, 7 towers and all.
That is very interesting. That is very interesting indeed. You see, I'm here at the behest of the Crimson Regent. I've been searching for this demon for some time now. It appears this demon had a hand in the murder of a Crimson Knight named Darenel Hadashan. My investigation into this murder led me to Errol's doorstep. He refused to talk to me, so I took up watch, and that was when I saw you and your friends enter the building, and I watched as you fought chaos demons. I overheard the mention of Syrax's name. I'd rather not have to go back to Errol. I don't think he took to me very kindly the first time. But if you were willing to help me out in this particular quest, we could both perhaps share in the bounty.
I have no need for such things.
You don't even know what the bounty is.
Anything that would be referred to as bounty is usually something that only feeds the ego, not the soul.
That is true, but what if I said that what I could offer you is access to the infinite repository, the library in Crimson, which, as you well know, is said to hold one of the missing enlightenments?
Well, then it wouldn't be missing, huh?
Something is missing until it is found.
It is enticing. Perhaps I may be persuaded. However, I say it'll probably best for us to work together to determine the source. Obviously, you're seeking justice for your fallen comrade. The Crimson Regent is quite strict in its officers. I may be able to assist, but let me just come to plain terms. Syraxa may be somewhat of an opponent, inherently. But Syraxa is not my enemy, only my opponent. And we are, I am determined to gather information before any sort of conflict.
Information is as valuable as anything else, of course. Take this, and she reaches into her cloak and pulls out a small ruby. Whilst you carry it, I will be able to hear and see what occurs around you.
Oh.
And in that way, we can share information.
Would I be able to hear and see what you are talking to?
And unfortunately, it works only one way.
Oh.
But, of course, as a representative of the Crimson Regent, you would have no need to doubt my word or my loyalty to a bargain made.
Of course not. Why would I? So yes, I will be your spy if that is what you're wanting.
That is what I'm wanting.
Service to the Crimson Court is something I have always abided by.
She hands you the little ruby. It's real.
Hello? Is this thing on?
She doesn't laugh. She's like,
Just checking. So, do I have like a safe word if I'm in danger? Unlike last time where you actually watched me fight demons and stood there and did nothing. If I were to have a safe word, would you come to my aid? What benefit is it for me?
yes, we could agree on something. If you get attacked again and you need my help, simply issue forth the same high-pitched squeal you did last time, and I will know you are in danger and will come forthwith.
High-pitched squeal. Yes, I use that to intimidate my enemies.
No doubt.
Well,
These
would you
demons
also,
were trembling in their breeches.
Would you be able to assist my comrades as well?
Oh,
As they are an extension of
I
myself.
have no
obviously.
quarrel with your comrades whatsoever. They are not elves, and so not of any great importance. There is one who travels with you, a young lady, a musician of some sort.
Oh, yes.
She appears to be, yes. She appears to be somewhat different. A little interesting. Is there anything about her I should be aware of? She's a wild one, yes?
Well, I think, like most people of the bardic type, I believe that they believe life is a song, and you must sing and dance while the music is playing. So we must, in order to enrich them, allow them to sing and dance. Not ruin the beat.
Well, she is an elf, and if you should wish to impart upon her the details of our agreement,
Oh, yes.
I would not be opposed to it. But it's perhaps best that you keep these details from your other comrades.
I will let her know. It'll be our elven accord.
Very well. She gets up, turns around, and walks away.
And before you go,
She stops.
Jin does do a very, very low bow. And it's like, may our next encounter be even more friendly than this one. And he will stick out his hand from his robe for a nice friendly shake.
She looks over her shoulder at you, pulls her cloak a little tighter, and says, "Remember, the Crimson Regent is always watching."
Peace, my friend. You must also remember, come not in between the dragon and his wrath.
Well, were the dragon awake, I might take that threat somewhat more seriously, but as he's slumbering, I believe I'll take my chances.
As do we all. So then, Foul Knight, enjoy the evening. From the sounds of it, friends are close by.
Fairly well.
As well, holding the ruby.
She disappears off into the evening shadows. What do you do?
Right. Well, that's lasted longer than I thought it would be. So I was like, looking, listening to the wind in the horizon, where the birds, birds. Where are my friends? I know for bards, I listen. Cats, I look from behind. And if I want to find find our smithy friend, I'll listen to him growl.
Speaking of your smithy friend growling, Tana, you have been hard at work catching up on some of the work and the orders that had come in earlier that day. A lot of like little things like fitting a couple of horseshoes, or like some of the small stuff, not the the stuff that pays the bills, not the big stuff that you kind of like to work on. You've noticed that Loretta seems to have something on her mind. A few times she seemed to be on the verge of saying something and then stopped herself.
As I finished the last sale, getting somebody out, walking back to work boss piece, speak.
I think my earring's going, boss. All that clanging and banging. Oof.
I pull out earplugs. You have a box of these right there. They're right there. I told you where they were first day. You put them in, so yeah. Come on.
I don't like the feeling of what is that like?
It's sort of a cotton wax blend. It does feel a little weird. It does feel a little weird. Understand?
Maybe I could work on that. Maybe I could invent something with some kind of solid foamy thing. Anyways,
now that would be interesting. If you could do that, you may have yourself an idea.
I'll look into it.
Yep.
No, that's it. Nothing else, boss. I'm good. Okay, thanks. I'm just gonna keep
Are you lying
straightening
to
these things.
me?
I'm in trouble, boss.
What happened?
I have a doppelganger.
What?
I have a doppelganger. And what's worse is she's an evil assassin. Her name is Belle Wiggles, no relations.
There's another Wiggles?
There are plenty of Wiggles. My family is like 130 deep, and that's just the one from New Mexico.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, the New Mexico Wiggles are well known. That is 100% true, yeah. So,
But this Belle Wiggles boss, she's been going around apparently doing terrible things, but and I think people think I'm her.
oh, goodness. How would one distinguish you from the doppelganger?
Well, first one would look to the east and say, "Welcome, Queen's Court Gaming. Thank you for the raid. We appreciate you so much coming in. We stole Rob from you. Hope that's okay." He's right here. Look at that wonderful face and that winner's smile.
Be out here, Queen's Court.
Hey, thanks for the raid. We really appreciate you. She says, well, first of all, I think she's really dangerous. And I'm not dangerous at all.
You're not dangerous at all. Come on now.
No.
Don't sell yourself short.
I'm not.
Don't sell yourself short.
No,
You gotta believe in yourself.
No, I'm not. On top of that, I think someone's trying to frame me. Boss, they planted a weapon on me. I think it was used in some sort of dark plot or assassination or something. I think maybe the Night House is after me.
Does this doppelganger work for the Night House?
I don't know anything about her. I just know that she looks remarkably like me.
Where
And
did
she's
you
evil.
see her?
I didn't. I was just told.
By?
Some of the people that have come after me. I mean, they clearly she looks a lot like me because they see me and they go, it's her, and I know I'm not her. So I'm just guessing she has to look remarkably like me. I'm telling you, it's a doppelganger.
So, how many other people have come
She
after
might be like a twin that I don't know about.
you? Ooh.
I mean,
I read a book about that once. It was
yeah, like this. I'm freaking out, boss. They planted a weapon on me, boss.
Show me the weapon.
All right. And she goes over and she lifts up some boards under one of your Smitty table thingies, and she pulls out this cloth wrapped package, and she comes over and she goes, it's really messed up, boss. Like, I think they use this for some evil stuff, and it's really bad. Like, I've tried to get rid of it, but every time I give it away or I throw it away or something, it always comes back. It always reappears in my bag. I've been trying to find a way to melt it, to destroy it, but I can't find. There's nothing that will work on this thing. And she places it on the table.
And you see Tana go from his like sort of hunched, grizzled figure to standing up to full height, grabs a set of gloves, and like picks up the knife to start like examining it in fine detail, like to see if there's anything.
It is not a knife. When you unwrap it, you reveal a beautiful short sword.
Oh.
It is made from a strange purplish metal. It has a skull in the hilt and the wings of a scaled dragon. As a crossbar, it has a dragon's claw on the pommel holding a beautiful gem. The entire thing looks alien.
Have I ever seen anything even remotely like this before?
Give me your master crafter roll.
Okay. Crafting's at 12. I'm 100% going to use one of my boons. Thank you, chat. I appreciate you. That is a 10 under 12. So I think that is a success.
You have, in fact, if you look at the stream, you can see the sword.
Ooh.
You have, in fact, seen this before. In 1121, there was a meteor shower that fell on Crimson. From those meteors, the elves were able to extract a metal they called dendrite. This metal took elven smiths hundreds of years to figure out how to smelt it, how to mold it. They eventually realized that fire was useless against it. The only thing that could be used to render it malleable and forgeable was the light of the moon. And they found that through some rituals, they could concentrate the light of the moon upon a piece of dendrite metal and thus be able to forge it. And they forged a number of swords from it. They also came to realize that any weapon made from this metal, while extremely powerful, always ended up being cursed somehow.
Huh. Do I know those rituals?
You do not. No one outside the Elven lands knows those rituals except for the Fae. The Fae who were the ones who were able to teach the elves the rituals. The Fae, you know, inhabit the Crimson Vale Mountains, which are not the Crimson Vale Mountains, sorry, the Vermeil Mountains that separate the lands where summer is from Crimson.
Okay.
Can you help me, boss? Can we, I don't know, melt this and turn it into like a casserole or something?
Nope. This will not melt. This
But
will not be banged out of shape. This will not be meddled with without knowledge of the ritual. Oh, and you've been carrying this around for how long?
she looks over her shoulder. A little over a year now, boss.
Oh, fuck, you're cursed.
Hey, why am I cursed? I haven't done anything. I haven't stabbed anyone with that. Well, I haven't stabbed many people with it.
Yeah. Most of these blades have been found to be cursed.
Jeebus.
Now, you said, okay, you can't go just around stabbing people with a blade.
Well, it's not like I'm walking around the marketplace and just randomly stabbing people. I mean, the roads are dangerous. Have you been outside the city? And when you're like, you're big and tall and you got like fangs and fur and all sorts of things, but I'm tiny. I'm walking out on those roads out there in the wildlands. It's fucking like, it's look, I know I don't even want to get into it. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Yeah, it's not good. It's really, small. It's not good. Yeah, I'm tiny. I'm cute. Yes.
Yes.
So once in a while you get a stab. You know, someone just like gives you, static, and you just got to be like. I mean, I try not to. Like I'm not a stabber. I'm not like my doppelganger. She's a stabber. Oh, maybe, I don't know, maybe she slices. I don't know what she does. I'm not, but. Can you help me, boss?
In theory, yes. You've made this very difficult. You bring a cursed blade into the shop.
Would you believe me if that's not the first time someone said that to me?
Who also said that?
People.
Wiggles.
I'm just saying, you're not the first guy I tried.
Who else have you spoken to?
How many free cities are there again?
Come on now.
4? Yeah, so that would make you the 4th.
So you've gone from city to city to city to city.
Yeah. And when you say it like that, it makes it sound like, like I did something bad.
Like you did something silly, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time either.
That you went from okay.
No, that I did something silly.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah, that's that's when I was a kid. That was my nickname, Silly Wiggles.
And he laughs at that for like a good 20 seconds, like just straight laughter.
And when it comes out, she's like, I can't tell if you're laughing or if you're choking or if you're about to eat me.
A little bit of all three. So, it seems that you have... Where did you get this blade from?
I don't know. It just appeared in my pack one day. I'm telling you, it got planted. I'm telling you, they're after me. Like, there's this whole conspiracy. They're trying to... This Belle Wiggles goes around assassinating people, and then they're trying to get me to pay for her crimes. They're setting me up, boss. It's a setup. It's a frame job. It's a frame job, boss.
How many people have been assassinated by this Belle Wiggles?
I don't know. Like, she seems to be fairly prolific. If I had to hazard a completely random guess, I'd say maybe 21.
Oh shit. That's a lot. Like, that's more than
telling you,
should have been said.
Dangerous.
You needed a smaller number for me. That's wow. Okay.
I'm just leveling with you here, boss.
21.
It might be 22. There's one guy I wasn't sure if he survived or not. I mean, he's probably dead. He's probably dead.
In here? In this city?
Oh, no, in Rust.
In Rust. Oh.
Yeah, no, as far as I know, she's not assassinated anyone here. Like, I don't even think she's in town right now. Like, like it wouldn't make sense, right? That if they were trying to frame me for her stuff, she would be somewhere else, right?
In theory, if she knows how to... Okay, people may be looking for you.
I'm telling you, I think the Night House... Look, Leander was acting kind of weird the other day, He was like, eyeing me and stuff. And at first I thought maybe he just thought I was cute, but no, then he was like eyeing me very suspiciously. And I'm kind of afraid that maybe the Night House here is like, you know, wanting to collect on the huge bounty that's on the head of Bell Wiggles.
How much is the bounty?
It's huge.
Like how huge?
Like huge. Like, I don't know, but there must be one and it must be huge. That's all I'm saying. Because like she's assassinated like 24 people.
Wiggles.
What?
How many people has Bell assassinated?
I don't know, like less than 30.
Like a little less or a lot less?
Depends who you talk to.
Oh.
Look, boss, look. I mean, does it matter whether she's killed 30 or 57 people? Does it really matter? Like, you're gonna help me, right?
Yeah, no, that sounds yeah, well, okay. So if someone's killed 20 people,
yeah,
that's a little bit of a thing. 50 people, that's a lot of bit of a thing.
Oh yeah, like I'd be afraid of that person. I certainly wouldn't want to cross that person.
Okay. So, if someone gets to you, then they're going to bring you in and charge you for these crimes. Yes?
They're probably just going to assassinate me on the spot because they're going to be afraid of her. And they're also not going to want me to talk, right? And give my side of the story, turn the people against them.
Hey, you never know. Depends on who's coming for you.
Well, right now it looks like Leander, so I'm assuming I'm not really high on their priority list, but that could change.
Possible.
You're gonna help me, right, boss? Like, I'm your apprentice and stuff. Like, you know, if they kill me, you're out an apprentice.
Then no one will sweep the place.
Yeah. Right. And who's gonna make your little hot chocolate at night, huh? You know, I'll make it just like you like it with the little marshmallows in it and the little cinnamon sprinkles on top. Like, who's gonna make that for you, boss? Like, I'm the best apprentice you've ever had, right? Like, you can admit to that, right?
Yes.
Okay then. It's a done deal. Thanks, boss. I really appreciate you. You're the best boss I've ever had. And she reaches out her little hand and takes your paw and shakes it.
And I sort of grab and pull up.
I don't do well at heights, boss.
I know. Do you know why I make blades?
Because you don't know how to make hammers?
Do you know that I could also drop you right now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Could you lower me about a foot? I think the vertigo sees if you lower me about a foot.
I do a quick...
Oh, that's not good. Oh. Wow. And that's what my lower intestine tastes like.
And she sees me like point with my left hand, and around her comes the other blade. Comes like a blade she didn't see. That just... It's because I know how to use them. So... I'll make sure you're safe. If you are unfortunate to be on the receiving end of one of my blades, let's just say don't be.
Can I ask you a question, boss?
Yes.
Are you sure you're not someone's doppelganger?
No. I always make sure I'm the only one.
Fair enough. Meanwhile, across the city, in the Night House, Hey, thank you, Cookie Man. Yes, appreciate it. I will make sure to put it to good use. At the night house. At the night house. The two of you are walking down the halls. You reach the place where your cot was, the little alcove where you slept. You realize your place has been completely tossed. Your stuff's all over the place. Your footlocker's open. Your leather underwear is displayed on the bed.
I just very quickly ball that up and like shove that into my rucksack so she doesn't see it.
It's a little messy in here.
Yeah, I know that I'm not the cleanest person, but I didn't do this.
Oh, they went through your stuff. They just left
Yeah.
it like that? That's rude.
Yeah, they're dicks. They're trying to send a message. They do this kind of stuff.
Did they take anything else?
I'm gonna peruse. Did they take anything else?
No.
It doesn't look like it. I think they got what they wanted and then burned it.
You want to just like take your stuff now? I feel like you might not be coming back to this place.
Yeah, I feel like I really don't want to come back to this place. These guys are bullies and I don't like them anyway.
They
So I
don't
just
treat
start
you very
shoving. I just start shoving the rest of my stuff into my rucksack.
I'm going to like help. I'm gonna go around picking stuff up and going over and holding them out.
As you help him out, you notice that he's got quite a number of letters from his father sent him that have never been opened, little presents, things of that nature that have never been investigated or opened or...
I'm going to hold up one of the letters. I never opened this.
I glance at it and not unkindly to her. I kind of just snatch it. Yeah. You've met my dad. He's a bit strange and I don't know. Sometimes I think I was just getting all of his rambling thoughts on paper and maybe he didn't care so much about talking to me as he did just writing down what was coming to mind for him or what he'd found in his research.
Maybe that book wasn't our only hope. Maybe he's written something in those letters. And also, it might be nice to just read letters from your father.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, and I like very carefully like file the letters away and go, but I think it would be a really bad idea if we read them here.
Yeah, no, we need to get out of this place. Post haste.
Yeah.
As you start heading out, it's difficult to shake the feeling of being observed, of being followed. Every time you get to like a cross corridor or something, there always seems to be someone that is just turning the corner around the other side. You hear footsteps down parallel hallways. You hear discreet coughs or mumblings behind doors. The hairs on the back of your necks stand straight up, or feathers in the case of Miriam.
I'm not a bird.
You
I'm just
eventually find yourselves in the kind of main entrance area, and there's this long corridor that leads to the front door, and on either side of this corridor are portraits of all the former leaders and people, illustrious people of the Night Guild. And as you walk down along this corridor on this thick blood red carpet, you feel as if all of them are weighing you, judging you, looking at you, staring at you. You
Deal starts to walk faster.
Yeah, it's always really creepy. I've never liked it.
As you approach the door, there are two guards at the other end. They turn to face you. One of them gives you a smile.
We did
Have
like a little
yourselves a good
haphazard
night, eh?
salute.
Yourselves a good night.
Yeah, you too, bud.
I do like the tight-lipped, I don't want to be here smile.
They move away, let you out. Careful out there. City's kind of dangerous at night sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Warning. Weirdos.
It's a fucking threat.
As you walk along the narrow bridge that connects the little island where the night house sits to the rest of the city, right, which is all built on these platforms on this frozen lake. You feel like every second or third person you meet is giving you a bit of a shifty look, a little bit of a tight smile, a little bit of an appraising glance. There seems to be a lot of birds, blackbirds, crows, ravens, even bats that seem to be loitering around where you are a lot.
Hey, Odile, you got a hood on that cloak?
Yeah, I'm going to pull up my feathered little hood.
Yeah, this would be a good time for that.
Where would you like to go?
To Tana's, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry to bring an unholy mess to your doorstep, but you're a friend.
You're a friend, and you're the only one that has permanent residence.
As the lot of you converge towards Tana's smithy, you feel as if the city has changed around you. It was, as I've often described it, a place of warmth, mirth, a city inhabited by very gregarious people. There are hearths everywhere for people to gather around, song and drink, and just a generally very friendly, warm people. But strangely enough, as you walk through the city tonight, both of you and also Jin, you sense that something has shifted. The wind is now coming in over the lake, is a little colder. You can tell that there are flurries on the air. The fires seem a little dimmer. The song, laughter seems a little bit more muted. There are strange figures moving down the different alleys. You see eyes looking at you from behind half-open windows. You sense movement on the rooftops. There's a general sense of foreboding that follows you, as if the city itself has become aware that there are people here who don't like you, and these people seem to have a lot of influence. You can almost feel the hand of the night house in a way you'd never felt it before, Leander. You always knew that they were important, played a big role in the day-to-day events of the city, that people had a lot of respect or fear for the night house, but now you can almost feel that invisible hand resting right on your shoulder. You get the feeling that between the demons, between all these secrets that you've uncovered about your family, that there is something far greater, far darker, far more ancient, far more dangerous that has awoken and taken notice of you. Odile, you are not very much used to being in cities. You live in the wild most of the time, and at first you had found this place to be not too bad, not as bad as you might have expected, but now it fully settles in, and all the dark, dreary warnings you'd heard about city life seem to have suddenly, all of a sudden, very, very, very out of nowhere appeared, surround you. For the first time, perhaps since you came here, you really feel the uneasiness of the walls of the city, the buildings around you kind of leaning in on you, obscuring the sky, obscuring the horizon. You live in the wilds where people are afraid to go because they say it's dangerous, but you get the feeling that behind the doors and windows and walls and in the alleys and the undergrounds of this city, there are even greater dangers. Jin, you are a person of spirituality. You live off of the feelings that the animals and their songs and the winds bring you, but it seems as if the breeze is kind of stifled now, the air a little bit staler, a little bit more clingy. You look around looking for birds to get information from. You don't really see many of them.
Can I see the building that I know is Tana's Forge?
You can
standing?
definitely see it from your vantage point. And you can see down the street walking towards it, cloaks pulled up, hunched over, moving quickly. You recognize Odile and Leander.
And they're the ones with the cloaks. The cloaks up. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will. There's a moment where Jin closes his eyes and attempts to communicate, and then realizes that he's not using actual words. And then we'll snap to it and try to go pss, 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 from the roof. As Jin's is kind of following them.
As a cat, I'm like,
Did you hear that?
Pss, pss, pss.
I hate when I do that.
It was very endearing.
Thanks. Just 6'6" cat purring next to you.
Gangly as hell.
Are you two okay? I was looking down from one of the roofs.
Feel like looks up.
Jin,
Smile.
hey,
Are you okay?
no, we gotta move and hide somewhere because this is roll dicey.
Would it be safer on rooftop or?
Would I? Oh, that's a question for you, Keeper. Would I know that having lived here for a while? Are the rooftops more of a safe place or no?
No, the rooftops belong to the Night House.
Gotcha.
You would certainly know that. And as you're moving, as the lot of you are kind of standing there, something that kind of attracts your attention is the fires burning in the forges of Tana's shop. They seem to be the only kind of beacon of warmth and light in this entire city right now. He's got these two big forges that burn constantly, and even from out here you can feel that heat and that warmth, and you can see the light inside, and you can hear Loretta singing as she's working, and you can hear Tana growling as he's working. There's life there, there's comfort.
Jin, as quickly and as discreetly as you possibly can, I would get down from the roof immediately.
Oh, and literally, well, as he's like leaning down, we'll just literally fall right off.
Before you do that, would you do me an awareness check?
Ooh, get to roll the dice. Awareness. I fail.
Oh no.
You take a quick look around. See nothing untoward. Slip off, falling off of the building.
Well, I'm sure if this is the safest route, it's probably best to, as they say, stay in the shadows. But once we get to a warmer spot, I have much news to tell you. And you'll have to tell me all about the book. Come, let's go.
Jin, I'm gonna just you're new here, and so are you, Odile. I would keep your voices down, and actually, I don't think we should be in the shadows. I think we should be in as much light as we possibly can, and move as quickly as we can, and get to Tanis.
Odile is boot scooting and boogieing.
All right. Stick to the light. Good advice.
The lot of you make your way down the street, heading towards the light and warmth of Tana's forge. As you approach, you hear again the clanging of metal and the hissing of the blades as they are dropped in water and quenched. You hear Loretta's voice as she's humming some kind of strange little tune. You hear the occasional growl and gruff voice of Tana. You arrive at the building, throw open the door, and it's a pretty good time for us to go on a break, my friends. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. We greatly appreciate it. We took a little break. Myriad's having some technical difficulties right now. Trying to sort it out. We are going to forge ahead. We will just use our collective imaginations to imagine that Myriad is there.
She's there.
Speak of the devil. Are you okay, Myriad? You can turn off your camera if you want, because we're all seeing you and we're live. But no one can hear you. There we go. Are you okay, Myriad?
Yeah, I was panicking. I was a little worried. My camera just stopped working, and I was like, "Uh-oh."
Oh no, it's not good? Everything all right?
Yeah, sorry, I just had to restart my computer like twice, so it's fine.
No, well, you know. Thank you for joining us. We were just returning, and I hadn't really said anything other than we're back. Just before the break, a lot of you each had little encounters that left you perhaps with some food for thought and perhaps a little bit of paranoia, as the city suddenly seems to have shifted and perhaps turned its gaze upon you in a way that is not very pleasant. You all find yourselves arriving back at Tana's smithy. You walk in or welcome in by the warm embrace of the smelters and the furnaces and all the various tools, and that familiar smell of the leather and the steel and the oil and the flames burning, and it feels warm and nice, and there's this bright red light that suffuses the entirety of the little shop, and feels for a moment like you were safe, at least safer than you were out there on the streets. What do you do?
Oh, all of you.
Hey, bud.
Good evening.
Hello.
Don't just stand in the door, walk into the store.
Okay.
Come on in, close the door. Jin will walk right up to Tana and look around. Excuse me, would it be possible for your assistant to do a little work while we speak?
What kind of work?
Is there any way that they can do like just a small like forging? Like, is there anything that Wiggles can do that's just nothing serious, but like a knife or something, or just something to keep them busy and make noise?
Oh, yeah. Wiggles just makes noise. That's like half of what they do.
Perfect. Looking around for Wiggles, like
She comes in carrying a pail of water. Oh, the whole gang's here. What's up, guys?
Hello, Loretta.
Hello, Wiggles.
Geez, Louise. The tension is thick in this room. You could cut it back and peel it back with the wrong side of a knife.
Wiggles,
Yeah, boss. Did you tell him about my doppelganger?
I was actually going to ask you if I could tell them about your doppelgangers. Oh,
I'd rather you
Doppelganger.
didn't tell him about my doppelganger.
Wiggles has a doppelganger.
I believe Wiggles that Tana wanted you to work on something first.
Oh, yeah. Wiggles,
No, I was just finishing my shift. Actually, I finished all my work. I can hang out with you guys.
No,
gonna
Loretta,
need
look.
you to make some noise for a second, because we need to have a conversation, and from the looks of their faces, they seem to be worried that someone may listen in. So if you can make a little noise so we can go have a conversation, that would be much appreciated. Wiggles.
I see how it is.
You can make like a little tune, like you like to do.
Oh, a little tune? You want a little tune? Okay, I'll give you a little tune.
I like shoot a look to Leander.
Wiggles.
She goes in the other room, and you start hearing king, 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 king. King, 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 king. King, king, making some noise. King, 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 king.
You can sing too.
I'm just a little tinkerer.
At this point, Jin will take the ruby and slip it under the door so our elven knight friend only hears this lovely tune while we converse.
You're smart.
So,
Sorry, doppelganger? Doppelganger. Doppelganger?
Yep. Bell Wiggles killed at least 20-something people. Possibly less than 50. I don't know. You may want to question her about it.
I definitely do. Do you know if one of the people that she killed was one of the heads of the Night House chapter in Rust?
Oh, no, I don't know exactly who, but definitely someone in Rust. That one's been going from town to 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 town, trying to run away from it, apparently.
She arrived in the absolute worst town she could have possibly stepped into then.
I said that. Oh, goodness. See, you would have been there when she first explained it. I said, oh, that was a bad idea.
Well, to be fair, I was getting squished under like 500 pounds of stone by this like mean, evil lady who definitely headed out for Odile. So, and burned my dad's journal. So I've had a little bit of a night.
Sorry, what? Was that metaphorical? Like a metaphorical weight that was upon you?
No, it was a literal weight.
Like a column that came down from the ceiling.
And the journal is gone? Burnt.
Flames. Into the flames.
Yep. And now I have what I'm going to refer to as a vendetta because I'm absolutely going to kill that bitch.
Fair. Honestly, fair. Yeah, no, it's fair. Yeah.
And in brighter news, there is an elven knight from the Crimson Court that is that I met up with, that has been following us, that is looking to kill your mother, Leander. So,
Cool.
Yeah, we are being followed by a
Great.
noble knight who is seeking out justice against Syraxa for killing someone very important to the Crimson Regent.
Who did she kill?
I forgot their name actually.
A knight called, scrolling up, Darenel Adashan.
It's an elven name, Darenel Arishan, something like that. What's in a name? What's in a name? But in any case, they're very important and they seek retribution.
You have a face. Wait, no, there's a face. I see a face. What's that face?
Ah, God, this is the worst night ever. And I like turn around and I like go to kick a bucket. And I'm like, this is not my place. And I just like have like an internal like.
You see the finger as if you were going to kick the bucket, and when you stop.
Well, in any case, I advise the knights that since we both technically work for the Crimson Court, that we should be allies. And if you're looking for Syraxa, and I'm looking for Syraxa, and perhaps we can both find Syraxa. And so I was given this ruby, and this ruby has magical powers. Magical powers where they can listen in to what we're saying in conversation. And
Kill it.
What?
Kill it. No, we don't want that. No. That's the last thing we want.
Well, I mean, we could use this to our advantage. I was thinking, because whatever they would listen to is, some sort of, we might be able to lead the night astray if we needed to, but it's very possible we may need the knight in the future. Though I believe that the knight wants vengeance and blood. Perhaps in our venture, we may be able to persuade them not to kill your mother.
They're not going to kill my mom.
Of course they aren't. They would have to come through me first, I promise that.
And if they get through you, they have to go through me. And if they get through me, they have to go through Tana. And quite frankly, they're not going to make it through Tana.
Exactly. And if they get through Tana, they get through Wiggles. So We're
I
fine.
like that I'm not factored in on this little.
We'll have a
domino effect.
soundtrack.
You want
Mainly, I
want-
just don't want
stand
you
in
to
front of
die
me?
because
You should stand in front of me. I'll stand in the back.
Actually, I can watch.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think Odile is also in a great deal of trouble too. We got into the room with Shimmer, and she was really interested to talk to Odile. So
Yeah.
Shimmer.
she's like the historian and the keeper over at the Night House.
Shimmer Stalk.
She's kind of a bad lady, and she's the one who almost
Nice.
smooshed me.
Oh,
She took control of my body.
Whoa.
oh.
Yeah.
Not great.
She just did it. Like,
Yeah, like it's just, oh, here I'm going now. Oh, I'm trapped inside of my own body. Just, it's very not good feeling.
Does she have control of you now?
I don't think so. Or like pinch myself.
You
No,
have a
I'm good.
doppelganger, do you?
oh, does anyone else have a doppelganger? Just questions.
I mean, the likelihood that there is someone else out in the world that looks like you is pretty high.
Okay.
I mean, maybe there's probably not anybody that looks like you, but
I mean, I don't think there's anyone that looks like Leander, really.
I'm just a little guy, guys. Come on.
Very unique looking. Very cool.
Yep.
Thanks.
very suave.
Okay, good. So, by the way, if we happen to see a murderous version of Wiggles, that's the one you want to kill.
Wiggles looked kind of
That's-
angry at us, even
Isn't that just the
just
norm?
now.
Oh, I think Wiggles wanted to explain themselves to us, but you
okay.
know,
Well, everyone
you know.
deserves a chance to explain themselves.
right.
As you say this, you realize there's no more noise coming from the room.
Wiggles.
Ah, jeepers Louises.
Boss,
Yes.
there's someone in here with me.
Oh. Hold on one second. Walks
s-
over, puts
scoot
puts
up
two
like-
blades on the side.
Look over to Odio's like, this is where you play our fight music. Where's our fight song?
Start playing curiously.
So, someone has entered my forge unannounced. Now's the time to announce yourself.
You hear nothing.
Wiggles. And I open the door.
You open the door, you see Wiggles standing there like this. One of the windows behind her is open, the curtains blowing in as the cold air from outside has started blowing in, and you can see some snow that has started to fall, sort of whipping in. And she goes, "Is he gone?"
Is who gone?
He said his name was Fallowfield, and that this place looked like it needed a little cheering up.
Hmm.
And he did not have the decency to introduce himself to the master of the house. Hmm.
I don't think that decency was on the menu for him.
Wiggles, come to me.
She takes a step forward. As she does, y'all starting to realize you're sweating. The heat has really gone up a lot in the room behind you in the forge. There's the sweat's really beading and coming down your necks and dripping into your armor and your clothes.
What?
Any way we could like throw open a window or something?
What? And I just rush back to the front.
And when you do, you see standing there, right in between where your forges are, this tall, red-skinned, horned, demonic creature, holding a staff in one hand that has flames at the end of it, and holding this kind of censer in the other hand that has fire burning in it, and she's spinning it slowly, and around her are stepping 2 other demonic beings, both carrying shields and swords.
You need to leave.
And the lead one with the flames gives you a little smile and says, "Not until we warm the place up." And she spins her censer, and this molten flame goes flying everywhere. It starts to burn the wooden counters. It starts to melt the anvil. It starts to melt the stone. And we will draw initiative.
Oh. Okay.
You can give me a second, and I will pull up the map on Albert's on the correct map right now. Just
You
Freaking
look
family
over to
reunion over here.
Leander and be like, didn't Shimmer say something about the Fallowfield? Didn't she say something about that name?
Yeah, I think we're in big trouble.
Okay. They decided to come into my house. All right, cool.
Cool.
Can I still have that blade on me? The one that Wiggles was hiding?
She took it back.
Oh, she
And
took
if
it.
you
Okay, cool,
if
cool.
you had taken it, by this point it would have disappeared and gone back into her pack.
Interesting. So I've definitely reached down and... Oh, clever.
So you came out and saw the fire demon there, and then the 2 sentinel demons over here. Most of you were kind of like in the doorway-ish thing, I guess. So I'm going to kind of put you here, but feel free to kind of move yourselves a little bit if you want. Kato, if you need me to move your character, you just tell me where you want to go. All right. Anyone have any heroic abilities that will affect the initiative?
I do not.
No.
All right. Anybody else?
Do I need to activate my demonic resistance, or is that always in play?
Does it cost willpower?
It does not.
Then it is always in play.
Cool.
I know we gotta, it's been a minute, but would I, gotten my leather armor back up? 'Cause I know it got, messed up during the first fight.
Same.
Oh, well, let's do that then. Let's do some repairs on them. Let's see if you have gotten some repairs. That's one of the use of your skill. So let's actually take a quick look at that.
Right.
Who else's armor was damaged in the first fight?
Mine. Oh, all of us. Yay.
All right, so I will say you probably did spend some time fixing the armor. So let's take a look at that and see right now how that
Do I need to roll for that?
Yeah, I'll tell you in 1 second.
Okay.
Won't be long, sorry.
Okay.
Durability damage. Reading. Only one with silver armor time. Armor. All right, I can't find the rules. We're not going to waste too much time on it. Go ahead and make me a Master Crafter roll for each set of armor that is damaged. And for each one that you succeed in, you will have managed to repair their armor.
Okay.
So call out which one you're doing first.
I'll start with mine just to make sure. Probably been the one I spent the most time on. And I am going to use one of my boons just to make sure that my stuff was very good. That's an 11 under 12, so that's
good.
Success.
So you managed to fix yours.
Cool. So that's back up +2. Who else needs it?
Everybody.
Oh, okay. Great.
We all got totally fragged, and it wasn't because I definitely stabbed some acid-filled demons.
And I'll
Yeah,
tell you
yeah.
what, because Wiggles is there, I will give you one free reroll of a failed roll if for Wiggles being.
Thank you. Since the rest of these are rolled straight, I think we'll do Leander next. That is a 6, so that is a success. We'll do Jin.
Come on.
That is cocked. It would have been a success, but it was cocked. Let's be fair. 10, that's a success. And Odile. That is a 2, so that's a success.
All right, so everyone's armor has been fixed. Excellent. All right, Jin will go at 8. 6 for Tana, 2 for Odile, 7 for Leander, 3 and 10 for the fire demon, and 5 for the protection, the guardian demons. At 2, Odile.
I'm going to use 3 willpower points, and I'm going to do a little performance for my friends so they get boons to all of their rolls.
All right, so until Odile's next turn, you get boons on all the rolls you make, guys. Which is not bad.
And then I'm going to just kind of tuck around the corner and hide a little. I'm scared.
Excellent. I had forgotten that okay, I'll do it next turn. That's fine. No worries. Don't worry about it. At 3, the fire demon will go. The demon that's at the center. She is spinning her censer around. There's this molten flames are flying everywhere, and they're starting to melt the rock and the stone and the steel in the place. The wood is catching on fire. She is going to make a little attack. As she's swirling her censer around and the flames are spreading and flying everywhere, some of these bits of molten lava don't seem to fall and instead fly up, and you realize they transform and become these little impish fire imps that fly around and start hurling insults at all of you. They comment on Leander looking very, very ungainly and definitely not dexterous in any way, shape, or form. They laugh at Jinandriel's how out of fashion hairstyle. They comment on how shriek-like the voice of the bard is, and then they make fun of how molty and clumpy the wolfkin's fur appears to be. And as a result, all of you gain the condition angry. Any skill tied to that condition, so angry is on, I do believe, intelligence.
Yeah.
So any skill tied to intelligence is now rolled at a bane until you can heal the angry condition. At
Technically, for the next turn, it'll be a straight roll because they have boons from me.
Yes, exactly. At 5, the guardian demons will move in. This one will move here, and this one will move right here. Leander, you're going to get one of them coming at you. And I'm going to let you roll it. Go ahead and roll a d6. And same thing for you, Tana. Each of you, please roll me a d6.
Could I use my fast footwork feature?
It will depend on the power that's used. Some powers can be dodged.
Okay. Ugh, that's a 6 from me.
That is a 5 from me.
All right, so we'll deal with the 6 first. As the demon approaches you, Leander, you see it raise its spear, and then it gives you a little wink, and it plants its spear in the ground in front of you and suddenly disappears. And reappears right here. The other one, you rolled 5. As he's running towards you, Tana, the demon pulls this chain with small weights around at the ends of it from on its belt, and he spins it around and he throws it at you. The rope comes out, entangling your legs. You trip and fall to the ground. You are now unable to move or perform actions that require movement except trying to break free, which will count as an action. It will require an agility roll with a bane. Others can help, but you are now on the ground, these chains kind of wrapping themselves up around you and kind of tripping you down and making any sort of movement basically impossible.
Okay.
And that was at 5. At 6, it'll be Jin.
All right. Well, Tana is the one right next to me,
Yep.
and Tana's the one in chains.
Tana, no, sorry. Tana is not next to you. Right next to you, this is Leander.
Leander. Okay.
You can move over to Tana, though. So
right.
for questions of movement, all right, the forge itself here, this is one zone. The middle part is one zone, and either of these is a different zone. So within a zone, you can move anywhere you want and take your action. If you want to move from one zone into another zone, it takes your action to do that.
All right. Well, do I notice the fire demon that sprouted up behind us?
Give me an awareness check.
Ooh. I succeed.
Excellent. You do kind of hear his shield bop against his armor, and there's like this metal clanking behind you. You look over your shoulder and you spot him.
All right. And was facing the other direction due to, where the demons were, but will spin around and turn and instantly shoot an arrow, trying to surprise the flame demon that I am aware of it. So I will just spin around and in a single motion, not only cock and shoot the arrow as if it was like part of my hand.
Go for it.
Oh wait, those are bad now. It's what is it, a demon? Oh,
Did you roll a 20?
Yes. Do I roll? I'm gonna use. Wait, I gotta say it beforehand. Never mind.
Yeah, you gotta.
You have a boon on all the rolls because Odile is playing.
It's true though. It's true.
It's true.
It's
So
true.
I guess roll again because.
But you do if you're spending a boon, like a gift
have to
from
say it
one,
before.
you have to say it before. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, this one succeeds.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me some damage.
Oh, rad. Demo. And for that, I add my agility bonus. So that will be 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage minus his armor. All right. Good shot. Your arrow takes him by surprise and ping, and he's unhappy with you.
I could still move, correct?
You can still move, yes. However, since you've done an action and you're kind of situated in this room, you can only move within one of the middle rooms without at this point.
I was just going to move between. Stand up.
Well, not that you can stand between them because they're kind of right there, but you can move to the side.
Can I get on the
and
table?
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
wearing a ranged weapon. There.
Absolutely. Next up would be at 6. Sorry, would be sorry, that was 6. That was you. 7 would be Odile.
And I go at 2.
Yeah, where am I in that lineup?
You did go at 2. 7. You go at 7.
I go at 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just misplaced the cards.
That's okay.
So 8 would have been Jin, and 6 would have been Tana. So I mixed up Jin and Tana, but it's all right. Tana is busy on the ground right
now. The demon that Jin hit is which one?
The one that is in the other room. That is over here.
The like leader demon.
No, this is the one that Jin hit. The leader demon is over here.
The one next to me on the map.
Got it. Okay. In that case, because I am worried about Tana, I'm gonna try to get the demon closest to him to back off. So I'm gonna use my crossbow.
Excellent.
So, okay. And I have a boon, right? Because you're playing? Great, okay. That's a success either way, so it's a 6 on a 14.
Excellent.
Give
us damage.
Yes. 7 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
As I want to just like catch him like right in the throat or like right next to it. To like have him stumble backwards a little bit.
Yeah, right.
I know that's my action, but I would love to like try and get down on Tana's level to see if there's any assistance.
You can
offer.
move. You can move.
Yeah, I want to stick close to Tana so he doesn't get totally.
Absolutely. All right. So you kind of just come up next to him. Excellent. Tana, go ahead then at 8. Sorry that I skipped you earlier, but I'll make it up to you at some point.
So I need to get out of these restraints, correct?
Yes, you need to get out of these restraints, which will call upon you making a agility roll at a Bane. However, since Odile is playing, it would be a straight roll.
Gotcha. Straight agility. Fun. Nice to me, I guess. Can I spend a boon from one of our stored up boons and then roll with... Awesome, I'm gonna do that.
Yep.
That would be a 1. Yep.
That's a critical success. So I will say that not only do you manage to remove the chains off of your body, but you will manage to stand up in one fell swoop.
Awesome.
And I will even give you your movement if you want it.
Thank you. I would like to move.
You should know that if you move, though, you have to make an evade roll to avoid getting an attack of opportunity.
Oh, right. At the moment, I'm going to stay where I am. No. The barrel's on the side. This is my forge.
Yes.
And whenever you work with hot materials, you're going to need places where there's water.
Mm-hmm.
The barrels stacked up are full of water.
I would
Sorry,
say
the barrels that are not the ones that are stacked up in a pile. The ones that are next to them on the ground, the ones with the tops open, those are full of water, correct?
yeah, absolutely.
I would like to move over to there.
Go for it.
So
give me an evade roll.
Oh, I rolled that with. Thank goodness. I love that wonderful music. That is cocked. That is a failure.
You will take an attack of opportunity as this demon. So you take an attack of opportunity and you can't move. You're stuck there.
Okay.
The demon will attempt to hit you. Giving you a spear thrust, doing a 2d8 piercing damage.
Can I parry that?
No, because you don't have any more actions unless you have a hero ability that gives you a free parry.
Yeah, I could shield block.
Do you have your shield?
Yeah, I should. I went in there upset, so I went in there ready to kill something.
Okay, go for it.
I guess that will take a willpower to do, so that goes down to 8.
So now you roll d20 on any weapon skill that you have, and if you succeed, you parry the blow.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Yeah, you're good. Go for it.
Okay. It's a 6 and a 9, so both successful.
Excellent. You managed to parry the blow as it clangs off your shield, and you notice that the spear appears to be coated with some sort of poison as it comes by and nearly hits you. At 10, the fire demon at the center of the room is going to act and will begin spinning its sensor faster and faster, and the molten lava is going to start splashing all around. And as it does, it will move over to here. Actually, it will move over to here, I think. And as it splashes this lava, I'm going to be hitting with it whoever is standing there, and that is Leander and Tana. This lava, this molten fire hits you and burns your flesh. Your armor will not protect you from this damage. Do you take less fire damage, Leander?
I have reduced damage taken from non-magical source by 2.
Okay. So that's not going to affect. So the total is 13 points of damage for both of you as the fire seeps in under your armor and burns away at your skin.
Just bullshit.
Tis bullshit. What is it with these demons? These bad demons. The bad boys. They're just bad boys. Yeah, bad boy demon. All right. Jin will go at 9. Ooh, 10 for Tana, 3 for Odile, 7 for Kato. The Guardian Demons have this ability that allows them to draw the card that they wish to draw as long as there's at least 2 of them on the fighting field. So they will draw 1. And the Fire Demon will go at 2 and 5. Oh, this is gonna sting. This is gonna sting. Not gonna lie. It's gonna sting a little bit. The one behind there will attempt to interrupt Odile's wonderful singing. Because he's like, maybe your heart will go on, but not if I have anything to say about it. He will attempt to hit you with his spear. Do you wish to attempt to parry or dodge or do anything like that?
No, because I don't want to give my action.
You get hit by the spear. You will take 11 damage minus your armor. And I will ask you to make a constitution roll.
Hold on, let me do math.
Yeah.
It's hard for me. Okay.
You're going to roll. Hold on. I'll tell you exactly in a second. So roll me a d20.
Huh?
And you are aiming for 12 or lower.
2.
Excellent. The paralyzing poison does not affect you.
Great. Glad to know that they have that.
Yeah. Probably a good idea not to get hit by it. This one will attack Tana, standing in front of him. He will rush at you with his horns and attempting to impale you with them. This attack cannot be parried, but it can be dodged. Do you wish to give up your action to attempt to evade?
I would have to roll evasion for that, correct?
Yes.
Then I will unfortunately take that.
You will suck it up?
Yeah.
Like a big boy, all right. You take 2d10 damage from the goring attack. This amounts to 12 points of damage as the demon rears up with his horns and gores you.
Looking real rough.
Not good. At 2, the fire demon will go. The fire demon will come bounding in, stop where she is, plant her staff in front of her, and breathe on it, and a cone of flames is going to jet out, hitting Leander and Tana. You can try to evade it by giving up your action if you want and rolling an evasion.
I'm going to implement fast footwork to dodge an attack without consuming my action for the round.
Excellent. So give me an evade roll.
I'm going to use a boon just for safety.
Okay.
You still have the boon from me.
Oh, great.
On my next turn.
Yeah.
I had called wanting to use it. Can I double stack those?
No, but you can not use the one that you were going to spend and just roll the...
Okay, well, I failed on both of them, so.
On both rolls. On those.
Yeah.
All right.
What
about you?
I can certainly try.
Damn it.
This is not something I can block, right?
No, but it's something you can attempt to evade.
All right, yeah. I guess I'll have to use my action to try to get out of the way of this. Roll an evasion. Fuck. Oh, shit. I roll a 4 under 5. There we go.
Excellent. So you will manage to dodge. Leander, you will take 12 points of fire damage. Armor does not protect you from this.
I'm doing real rough, fam.
As a jet of flames shoots forward, and you manage, Tana, to just kind of avoid it by sidestepping a little bit. At 3, it would be Odile.
I'm going to play my little ditty to inspire my friends. It's actually not really upbeat. It's kind of morose, but it
It's
makes
like a funeral dirge.
Yeah, it's like, oh hey, imminent death is coming. Fight better.
Fight better.
You inspire me.
Inspire me to greater heights. And at 7, it will be Leander.
I am pissed and covered in fire, so I am going to attempt to. Are these stairs leading down?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to attempt to kick the closest one to me into the one behind it down the stairs, because get these fucks away from me.
All right, give me a brawl roll. And thank you, Broken Brain Games, for the raid. We deeply appreciate it. We are playing Dragonbane right now, and it's smelling pretty bad for the players. We're not going to lie. Go ahead and make a brawl roll.
I am trying to find it. Why can't I find it?
It'll be one of your skills.
I don't see brawl.
So
It's a
weapon
weapon
skill.
skill.
Thank you. I am going to use a boon. I already get one because of Mary. Great. Awesome. That's a 2 on a 10.
Excellent. So you managed to hit the first one. All right. What's your strength?
I'm just a little cat guy. It's 10.
Okay. So I'm going to say that with a 10, with your hit, you're going to manage to topple the first one, but it's not going to go into the second one and take both of them tumbling down. But it will send this first one kind of ass over tea kettle down into the pit there.
I just, you hear Leander like unleash this guttural scream because he's like really hurting. I would like to move out of range of the fire demon because I will die otherwise.
Okay, I'm going to say that I moved you there. I'm going to say you didn't get in really close to him, so you can move out without getting an attack of opportunity. You can go anywhere you want in this room.
In this room, I'm going to try to go north past the barrels.
Okay.
And get maybe some cover on the other side of those.
Alrighty.
Okay.
I should have gone at 5. I omitted going at 5, but the demon is going to go again at 5, and is going to continue to spread fire around. And now you've got quite a bit of fire spread out throughout this this room. I'm going to try to get some little fire props going here in a second to kind of show you where the fire is. I'll get to that in a moment once I sort out the other stuff. The fire demon's going to continue spreading its fires, and then at 9 will be a Jin.
Jin will make a hand movement towards his chest. Ancient dragon transform. Make my scales your own. And he will do a gesture of hand movements as his skin starts to turn grayish. And as he casts stone skin, as the dragon's scales kind of like look like rock around him. And he will, as he's standing on the chair during this motion, he drops the bow and looks at the demon, the flame demon that is attacking Odile, and just very poignantly like stare right into the demon and go, "Hey, get away from her.
Get away from her, you bitch."
And then as he's gonna slowly walk, kind of inviting an engagement of battle, as like, I now offer to be your opponent, trying to distract him. And as I'm walking up, we'll just look over to Odile in peripheral vision as she's singing this very dreary song. And as she is singing along with it, we'll just be like, I need you to look down on the floor. By the door, there is a ruby. I need you to pick up this ruby, and I need you to look deep, dark into your soul, that place where you are afraid to go. And I need you to take this ruby and, using all of your bardic power, scream into it. And basically just doing like this kind of like defensive motion, kind of telling the demon to come on, as of a way to kind of distracting him from Odile.
Excellent. And with that, at 10, Tana.
Okay. What I would like to do is what I was going to do before, which is run over to the barrels and throw one of the water barrels at the fire demon.
Okay, so you run over there, grab it, and throw it. Give me, let's call it a brawl roll. Hey, Heroes and Hooligans, thank you for the raid. Appreciate you very much. We're playing Dragonbane by Free League Publishing right now, and players are cooking.
Do I want to use another? No, I already have
the boon from Odile.
Yeah. Let's stick with the 2. Oh, then that was cocked. Sorry. That was a failure. This one was cocked. That is a 10 under 12.
Excellent. Fire demons, little known fact, are vulnerable to water and take double damage from all water-based attacks. As you lob this barrel of water up at it, it splashes right at its feet and envelops it in water. And the demon starts to scream as steam and smoke start to rise from it. And its sensor goes off, extinguishes. She will reel from this attack. Let's see, let's put a little, that's like lightning. There's no water. There we go. We'll call this, it's lightning, but we'll call it water for now. As you splashed water sort of all around her, go ahead and roll me 2d10s.
2d10s, okay.
I make it 2d12s because it says here a bucket of water would do a d10 damage. So
yeah,
make it a d12.
Full barrels, like
d12, 2d12 damage.
Okay. That is an 8 and a 9, so 17.
Excellent. It screams in pain. It screams in pain as it takes a full brunt of that attack. Excellent.
Would that damage be doubled, or just the?
No, that was a 2d12.
Oh,
double
okay.
Damage.
Gotcha.
All right, that was a good move. Excellent. The guardian demons will draw a card of their choice, so they're not stupid. They're going to draw one. I'm going to say one of them is out of combat right now because he's down in the hole. So I won't let them draw. 6 for Jin, 2 for Tana, 4 for Odile, 10 for Leander, 5 for the guardian demon, and 1 and 3 for the big baddie. The big baddie at 1 is going to step away out of the water and shake herself off and look at you and go, "You dare extinguish my flame?" And she will grab her censer and she will start invoking arcane language and sort of scratching at it with its claws, creating sparks and lighting up her censer again so that she can start swinging it again and start spreading fire. At 2, Tana, you get to go.
I'm going to attempt to throw another barrel of water.
That's fine. Go for it. Brawl.
This is like, all right. Thank you so much for the song. It is paying absolute dividends. That is an 8 under 12.
Excellent.
So another 2d12.
Yep, please.
That is, it's a 13, 9 and a 4.
All right. Good. It screams in pain, and once more, as more water floats around it, and you pulled out its sensor again, so it's not very happy with you. That was at 2. At 3, it will scream and rush at you, and it will jump up and deliver a crushing kick. You will fly back 2d6 meters unless you've used your action, so you can't avoid it.
Oh, right.
You will fly back 3 meters. Three meters being about 15 feet. You will fly back there, crashing down into there, and you will take 3 damage and are knocked down.
Oh, okay. Looking real rough, guys.
At 4, Odile.
I am going to, I think it's this doorway right next to us, right, Jin? I'm going to like look at Jin like wide-eyed, and I'm going to like look down to see if I spot the ruby. And if I do, I'm gonna like make a dive for it.
Give an awareness roll.
Oh, 1.
Oh, excellent. Not only do you spot it, but it's right there, right next to your foot, and you just kind of kick up and it flies up in the air and you grab it. Your song has stopped though, so people will no longer get the bonus that you had earlier. What would you like to do with the gem now that you have it?
I'm going to do as Jin said and look inside the deepest, darkest part of myself. And then I'm going to scream very, very loud, and it's ear piercing, and it's like probably a window shatters in the distance.
Your friend, by the way, is cowering under the table now. Loretta. Excellent. You scream into that thing and shatter some windows. At 5, this guy, hearing you scream this way, is going to turn towards you, and he is going to deliver a shield bash to you. This attack cannot be parried. It can be avoided, but you no longer have an action. So it's just going to bash into you. It's going to do 2d8 damage, and there'll be 10 points of damage, and you will be knocked down. We'll put stun, but you're not really stunned. You're just knocked down, and Tana was also knocked down.
Oh, it feels so good, Mr. Stark.
And you fall to the ground, knocked by this this shield. That was at 5. At 6, Jin, go.
Seeing that happen, do I still have that sword that slays demons? Do I not? Because I do not recall giving it to Tana.
Nope,
Then
you still have it.
Well, it actually surprises Jin. He just looks down to see that the sword is in his hand as he attempts to. No, he doesn't attempt. He will like stab that fool in the back. Just like,
Excellent.
In a rage he has not known. So you will
Go for it.
I will use an advantage prior to rolling.
Excellent.
Can you see this? It's a 1.
Excellent. So you get a demon. You come up behind this thing as it has turned to shield bash. Odile, you come up behind this thing with your weapon, stab him right in the back. And just as you're about to stab, you hear Loretta say, aim lower, aim lower. And you adjust your aim and realize as you do this that it sinks right past where the armor is. So go ahead. You're going to roll your damage. You're going to triple your damage, as this is an anti-demon blade that does double damage, and you just scored a crit, which will double arrow. So go ahead.
I've never used the sword before. So
It's a 2d6.
Okay, so it's gonna.
Plus, do you have a strength bonus?
I do.
So add your strength bonus.
Nice. That is 6 plus 4. Oh, I rolled a strength bonus. It's not
Yeah,
a
exactly.
D4. It's roll that as well. So 6 and 2. That's 8. And is it times 2 or times 3?
So you times 3 the damage.
That would be 24.
Ooh, excellent. You deliver a crushing blow to it. It is now way past bloodied, sorry. and it reels from this mighty blow that you've delivered, and as you hit it, there's this flash of golden light as the sword's anti-demon power flashes out and scores its flesh. Excellent. At 10, Tana. Leander.
That's me. I'm Leander.
Yeah, you are.
I'm looking real rough. There's no more water barrels, correct?
Yeah, there's tons of water barrels up there.
Oh, great. I'm not very strong, but I'd like to at least, I don't know, kick over a water barrel enough that it like kind of, whoosh, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and give me.
Because I'm not getting close to this guy at all.
Give me a brawl roll.
Brawl roll. Let's use an advantage preemptively. Yeah, let's make sure we do that. Damn it. They both failed. 12 on 10, so that didn't work.
You kick the water barrel and it splashes out. It just doesn't reach far enough. There's not enough water, and kind of falls onto the side. And unfortunately, the demon in the pit is not vulnerable to water, so it just washes him. It's the other one that is. You just fall short of it. And
in the interest of not dying, I'm just gonna tuck back and find as much cover as I can.
No problem. You can totally do that. This guy will be coming back up. Should have done that on his action. Okie dokie. Jin will go at 7, 4 for Tana, 10 for Odile, 2 for Leander. There'll be a 6 for the Guardian Demons, and a 5 and a 3 for the Fire Demon. At 2, Leander, you get to go again.
I don't even know what to do at this point. I guess I would just loose a crossbow bolt at the Fire Demon.
Go for it.
Because I hate her. That's a 5 on 14 to hit.
Excellent.
And that will deal 11 points of piercing damage.
Ooh, nice. Very good. Your bolt takes her and she steps back a little bit, shaken by your shot. Do you wish to tuck back in and hide again?
Yeah, I wish to kind of just get out of the line of sight, because otherwise I'll die.
At 3, she, enraged at all the water that Tana has been throwing at her, she will charge forward, attacking Tana. You do have your action that you can spend to try and parry and dodge, perhaps, depending on what she's going to end up doing. She comes in sweeping her staff at you. You can attempt to... it cannot be parried, but it can be evaded. So you can make an evade roll if you want, losing your action.
I'm gonna have to try it. I don't have enough hit points to not.
Any advantages left?
Yes, I do.
Probably a good idea.
So I'll have to spend one. That's yeah. I do not have many hit points left. Nope.
As you attempt to dodge, but miss, the staff, the flaming staff, catches you upside the head. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage minus your armor.
I am still down.
You are hit. Leander, you see the hit stagger Tana, who falls to the ground, immobile. At 4, it would be Tana, but Tana is out. Let me see if you can attempt to rally, perhaps. Let me double check that. Nope. Someone can attempt to heal you, however. We'll see to that if that comes into play. So at 4, you'd miss your action. At 5, the fire demon now looks up and sees you, Leander. and grins wickedly.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna
It
die.
steps towards you slowly. Would you like... Oh, you have your evasion thing you can use, right?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have any advantages left?
Yes.
Go
So
for it.
I'm gonna evade at advantage. Okay. That's a 7 on a 14.
Oh, excellent. As she swings her staff the same way she did with Tana, and you just at the last second manage to dodge, and this flaming staff comes right over your head and crashes into the wall, spreading more magma and fire, setting the place even more on fire with the stone around you kind of melting and everything kind of catching on fire. But you have managed to kind of evade and roll out of the way. That was at 5. At 6, Jin, this demon is going to go ahead and give you a shot. Do you wish to spend an action to evade? Do you have an ability to evade, or do you have your action still coming up you could use?
Right, I still have an action coming up. He's taking a shot at me? Like, what do you mean?
Like he's coming in with a spear thrust.
Oh, the spear, how lovely. I would dodge. Yes, I will use it to...
Go ahead and do an evade.
Is that agility?
That's evade.
Oh, evade is his own skill. Oh.
You will lose your action.
Yes. Yes, I will.
Yes, I will.
It's better than being paralyzed by poison and not being able to act anyway.
True enough.
3. I make it.
Make it. Awesome. The spear goes right over your head, missing you. This other one will use his action to move into this room. That will be 10 for Odile.
Odile is still on the floor, and she's going to take her little ocarina, and just like very winded after she got a shield bash, she's going to keep playing to give her friends advantage. And she's going to look at Loretta and say, "Use your strong arm."
Loretta's like, "Butts!" She runs out this way. Things are starting to smell bad. The place is burning down. Most of it has melted away. Most of it is on fire now. It's becoming difficult to breathe in this environment. Things are not looking grandiose. Jin will go at 1. Tana would have gone at 8, 9 for Odile, which is good because it means that they all get your thing. 5 for Leander. 10 for the fire demon, 2 for the guardian demon. It'll be a 6 for the fire demon's got 2. Yeah, so 6 and 10, 2, and then all right. So 1, Jin, you get to go.
All right. After ducking and dodging the spear thrust, he will use the sword and, slice at his chest.
Go for it. Do you have advantages that you wish to use?
Well, I have the bardic inspiration.
Excellent. Yeah.
I have the fight song, which I will need. All right, 3 again. Whew. Thank you, music. So I will roll damage.
So you will do double damage, so 2d6 plus your strength, and then you will double that.
$24.
You do this how?
As he thrust forward, almost like a dance, it's as if it was pre-predicted. It was a dodge. It was a swipe up to cut off the arm, and then a twist to decapitate.
The head goes flying off, rolling along the carpet, spreading molten blood everywhere. Excellent. At 2, it would have been him, but he's dead. It'll be this guy who will come in. He will take a stabby stab at you. You don't have any actions left to dodge with, so you will take the paralyzing spear thrust. You will take, not too bad, 5 damage.
Does my armor help with that at all?
Yeah. And then you will roll a d20 and try to beat the potency of the poison.
What am I trying to get lower than? I got a 6.
12. You're good.
Oh, okay.
The poison doesn't seem to affect you. 2, 3, 4, 5, Leander.
Oh gosh, I'm just a little cat guy who's really pissed off at this friggin' demon in front of me, so I'm gonna pull out my rapier and I'm gonna go, I don't like the cut of your jib, and take a stab.
Go for it.
I'm gonna use an advantage because that's why we have them. Oh wait, I have a, can I hear Mary's song? Can I hear Odile's song? Okay.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah, nice. I got a 2 on 14.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's a D10. That'll be 5 points of piercing damage. Settle. And I want to get her right in the belly, like right in the solar plexus.
As you reach out with your sword and hit it, you bypass some of its armor, the blood splashes onto you. And as it does, you feel the medallion, the locket that you're wearing, that has your mother's hair in it. As the demon blood splashes upon it, you feel it start to shake and vibrate. And you see the demon in front of you looking at you. Look down. Look at this locket that is veritably just moving and shaking on your chest. You feel energy and power kind of exalting from it, just sort of start to wrap around you, and you feel this warm embrace of fire that starts to surround you. The demon in front of you's eyes go wide and goes, "No, not the," and explodes into a ball of light that consumes all of it completely.
And I'm fine, and Tana's fine.
You are standing there. The demon bits are falling around you. The locket slowly stops to shake. And
Dang,
the
Mom.
closest thing you can kind of liken it to would be the embrace of a mother. As the fire demon dies, the other guardian demon's shield drops, the spear drops, and he is gone, leaving behind a faint smell of sulfur and brimstone. What do you do?
Presuming we are out of combat.
Yep. The place is burning down, like the stonework's melting, the floor is becoming this pool of molten rock, anything that's wood or cloth is caught on fire.
I immediately yell to everyone else to help me get Tana out of here.
Odile's going to get up off the floor and start limping out to help you.
Jin will come up there and just still with stone skin, just and we'll try to just use every amount of strength to you clear the path, and we'll just kind of try to lift him on his back like firemen carry.
You grab him, you head towards the door. As you do, you see that the stonework has melted so much that the doors are impossible to budge.
Wiggles, is there another way out? Is there a basement? Is there a secret tunnel or something? Wiggles!
Wiggles looks around and goes, butts! Yeah, follow me. Wiggles takes you back into this room, flips the table over, pulls the carpet out, and you see a very recently built trapdoor into the floor. Wiggles
about this.
Wiggles quickly unlocks it, throws it open. You see a rope with knots leading down to the ice below. you notice that because of the flames and the heat in the building, the ice has started to melt underneath. So you know you gotta chop. Do you go down there?
Yes, God, anywhere but here, I guess.
You throw yourself over the lip of it, grab onto the rope, start sliding down towards the ice below that you see is already melting. You can hear cracks and pops here and there as it's exploding under the tremendous heat of the forge burning and melting. And that, my friends, is where we're going to end it for tonight.
Great.
Oh, this is great.
Thank you so much, my good friends, for coming to play some games.
Holy buckets.